What if I told you that the Happy Mask Salesman is actually Skull Kid? Hello, Internet. Welcome to Game Theory, the show where our favorite thing to do is play with masks. Majora's Mask. So, for the competition that MatPat is holding, we have decided to make a theory about the truth behind the Happy Mask Salesman. As you all know, the Happy Mask Salesman is a character found in The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. We have theorized that the Mask Salesman is indeed Skull Kid. How do we know all this, you may be asking? Well, sit back in your comfy chair and let me tell you. It all starts with the Moon Children found near the end of Majora's Mask. One of these kids, different than the rest, is wearing Majora's Mask. All the Moon Children say that when they grow up, they are going to become mask salesmen. We can't simply tell by this that the child with Majora's Mask is indeed the Happy Mask Salesman, but what we can tell is that he eventually does become a mask salesman. We tell this because of similar features from their bodies, such as hair and skin tone, and they both won't give up Majora's Mask. So now it is clear that the Majora Moonchild is indeed the Happy Mask Salesman. The Happy Mask Salesman is from Hyrule. This isn't important yet, but soon it will be. The Happy Mask Salesman always really loves Majora's Mask, and explains that he went on a long way to get it. Majora's Mask shares a shocking resemblance to another found in Twilight Princess, which comes after Majora's Mask in the official Zelda timeline. Coincidence? I think not. This mask is called Diffused Shadow. It has been theorized that Majora's Mask was an original prototype of Diffused Shadow, which is why the eyes look similar. The Happy Mask Salesman must have traveled to the Twilight Realm to get Majora's Mask, for which he loved so much. In Hyrule, the Happy Mask Salesman must have gone to the Lost Woods while selling masks, in detail selling the Skull Mask, which it would explain why in pictures Skull Kids have a skull mask on. While the Mask Salesman was selling masks, he got lost in the woods and became a Skull Kid. You are probably thinking, how is this possible? The Skull Kids are only children. Well, that is true, but have you ever thought about the salesman's real age? If in Majora's Mask, when Link talks to the Majora Moonchild, the child is very young, and I know you're thinking, but how is that possible? Majora's Mask took place after Ocarina of Time, but what you don't know is that you literally just said the answer by telling me that. Do you know what the answer is yet? Fine, I'll tell you. It's the Ocarina of Time, but we will get into that later. The Happy Mask Salesman is young enough to become a Skull Child. Do you know which Skull Child has an obsession with Majora's Mask? If you are a true Legend of Zelda fan, you should definitely know the answer. The Skull Kid who started all the events in Majora's Mask in the first place. Skull Kid. Skull Kid obviously has to have an ocarina to be able to travel from Termina to Hyrule, and he also must have an ocarina to travel from Termina or Hyrule to the Twilight Realm. So now we start to connect the dots, and there you have it, folks, the truth behind the Happy Mask Salesman. But hey, that's just a theory, a game theory. Thanks for watching.